there, friends. I am not Miss Terry, as you may have noticed. My name is Miss Mikhayla, but I am Miss Terry's daughter. Isn't that cool? I love getting to work with my mom to make these videos for you guys. And if you don't already know, I am actually a preschool teacher as well. Now, I don't work in a traditional school like my mom does with maybe some of you guys. Instead, I get to work at a place called Sawney Mountain. And the little preschoolers that I lead are called Little Explorers. So if you are a little explorer watching this video right now, why don't you leave a comment in the bottom so that I can see that you watched this. So if you are part of Miss Terry's class or part of my Little Explorers class and you've been following along the past couple of weeks, we've had so many fun adventures learning about caterpillars and butterflies and gardens and seeds. And hopefully some of you guys have been doing your different seed experiments. Maybe you have a garden growing. I know here at Sawney Mountain we have a beautiful garden that's starting to grow some beans and strawberries. And let's see what else we have. We have some lettuce and kale. And then the garden that we planted in our rain gutter at home is also have a bunch of little sprouts. So if your garden has started growing, me and Miss Terry would love to see some pictures or videos. So feel free to send us those our way so that we can share them and we can enjoy what you guys are growing. Well, today I am going to read you a story. I know Miss Terry's been reading you some stories lately and they've been so fun. So today I want to read you guys a story. And this is still about seeds, and this is all about how seeds move. So before I read, I want you to think about it really hard, little explorers. You know how to think really hard with your thinking caps. And I want you to think about, maybe tell your mom or daddy who's watching with you, how do you think seeds move? Now, seeds don't have feet like we do, right? No, that would be silly. They can't get up and walk, right? But seeds have some very special ways of moving, and they do so by some very special helpers. So if you haven't already thought of a few ways, you can pause this video, tell your mom or your dad a few ways that you think seeds might move, and then you can unpause this video and we'll read this story together and find out those ways, okay? So this story is called Flip, Float, and Fly. You ready? Flip, float, fly, seeds on the move. Let's see, here we go. Take a breath and blow on a fuzzy dandelion. Whee! One puff sends seeds soaring. Like small soft feathers, they parachute up in the sky. Maple seeds whirl and twirl in a breeze. Flip, flutter, float. The wind lifts them up and off of the tree. Away they fly like shiny green helicopters, spinning and spinning. Tumbleweed plants grow as round as globes. In autumn their stems snap off. On the flat open prairie they roll, 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 sprinkling their seeds as they tumble. Basswood tree fruit clusters twist in the wind, dangle and dance. In winter they drop. Like sailboats, they glide on the smooth, slick snow. Locust tree pods look like long brown smiles. They dry, split open, and curl apart. Carrying seeds, each side scoots along, sliding on slippery ice, skitter and skate. Seeds bump off along the way. Where water flows, it can carry seeds. Even a raindrop can wash tiny seeds away. Splash, swish, splatter, scatter. The air inside a coconut helps it float. Bounce, plop. It drops into the ocean and drifts away on the waves. Some seeds move on their own. Poke a touch-me-not seed pod and fall. Pop! Fling! The pod explodes! The seeds are flung. Surprise! A wild oat seed curls up in the sun like a coma. The seed straightens out when it rains. Wiggle, jump, one way, then the other. It works its way into the ground. Animals move seeds around too. A bat finds a feast in a fig tree and wings away with the seeds inside. The seeds pass through its body unharmed and fall to the ground in its droppings. A squirrel scurries to gather up acorns and bury them to eat later. But does it use all the food it collects? No! Lost acorns can grow into strong, shady oak trees. Burdock seeds stick to sleeves and socks. They cling to feathers and fur. We carry them as we hike through the wilds and drop them off in new places. People buy seeds from garden shops. Friends and neighbors trade them and share. Plants and seeds travel on ships, trains, and airplanes. Seeds on the move zoom over oceans, across cities and countries, around the world. People plant seeds in gardens and flower pots. They tend the seedlings and watch them grow. Sprouts, shoots, leaves, and roots. Flowers bloom and new seeds form, beginning the cycle again. We've got some sight words we're going to look at. So this is a seed pod. It's a fruit that holds many seeds which are dispersed when the seed pod dries and splits open. We have the fruit, a part of a plant that holds the seeds. We have the seed itself, which is a part of a plant that can grow into a new plant. We have a shoot, which is a new growth on a plant once it's still underground. And then a sprout is a young growth. It's like a baby plant. And then a seedling is a young plant that grows from the seed, so it grows taller and taller. The nut is a fruit or seed with a hard shell. The flower is the part of the plant that produces the seeds. Most flowers have brightly colored petals. Leaves are the flat, thin plant parts that grow from stems or twigs. Most leaves are green. The stem is the main stalk or trunk of a plant. A stem grows above the ground. It supports leaves, flowers, and fruit. And then the roots are the parts of the plant that grow underground. Roots hold plants in place and soak up water from the soil. The end. Thank you so much for listening, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this story all about how seeds move. Did you get any of your answers right? If they were, give yourself a pat on the back because you're so smart. Were there any that surprised you or you didn't think of? Why don't you share it and talk about it with your parents? In the next video that I make, I'm going to be showing you how those seeds move. So we learned in the book how they move, but I'm going to show you some examples right here in the classroom. I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting and I'm going to show you in real life with real seeds how they move. So I hope you have a wonderful day, little explorers, and if you're in Miss Terry's class, you are now a little explorer too. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and you're staying safe and healthy, and I'll talk to you later.